Welcome to today's yoga practice. We'll begin our practice in seated easy pose, hands at prayer. Inhale, reaching up, gaze up. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, reaching up, gazing up. Hands at the heart. One more inhale. Bow forward, reaching. Connect hands to the earth. Walk your hands to the upper right. Make your way to the upper left corner. Come back to center. We'll come into cobbler's pose, soles of the feet together. Inhale, reach diagonally. Exhale, twist back. Breathe in diagonal and take it to the other side. As you gaze back, you're pressing your palm actively into the outside of your thigh. Breathing up. Last time, inhale, diagonal. Exhale, gaze back. Breathe in diagonal. And come back to center. Pressing your hands gently on the inside of your knees. Press in and extend one arm long as you gaze over the opposite shoulder. Side B. Bringing your legs out into a dragonfly pose. As you exhale, side bend. Draw your ear to your kneecap. Placing one hand on the inside of your inner thigh, reaching up floor to ceiling, gazing up. Reaching back and coming back to center. Inhale, reach up, exhale, lateral bend. Inhale as you open up, reach for the sky. Reaching slightly back. And bring yourself back to center. Making our way into tabletop. Stack wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. And allow for spinal balance here, reaching right arm long, left leg back. Touching the floor and lifting 3 times with your breath. Return to tabletop and switch opposite arm and leg. And touch and reach 3 times. Inhaling on the lift. Return to tabletop. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Begin bending opposite knees. Lengthening out the back of the legs. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your knee, roll it open. Go ahead and flip into wild thing here. Make your way back over. Holding plank for just a moment. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bend your knee, roll it open. You can choose to stay right here or flip and come into wild thing. lift your hip points, reaching long overhead. Make your way back over, holding plank again, nice tight core. Press back, downward facing dog. Walking your feet up toward your hands, spacing your feet 2 fist widths apart, dangling in ragdoll. Release your hands and slowly rise up, reaching up into mountain pose. Draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, flat back. Plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, balls of the feet, bend the knees, step or jump, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Breath in, mountain pose. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in, make your way to the top of your mat. Lift. Fold. Rise up, forward fold, lift, and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Right knee to the tricep, wrist, tricep. Inhale, kick it back. Again, tricep, wrist, tricep. Inhale, kick it back. Last time, same thing. Slide down and up your arm. Inhale, kick it back. Step to the outside of your right hand. Rise off the mat. Crescent pose. Exhale as you come into a high crescent twist. Breathe in. Reverse here. Plant your hand on the earth, stack wrist over wrist into a low crescent twist. Bring your hand to the mat. Kick the right leg up, bend the knee behind your opposite knee pit. 3 times. Breathe in as you reach and extend your toe. Exhale as you tuck the knee behind. Chaturanga, 3 legs, keeping that right leg hovered as an option. Make your way to the top. Inhale, half lift, forward fold. Mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Draw your left knee to the tricep, slide to the wrist, tricep, inhale, kick it back. 2 more times. Inhale, kick it back. Last time, tricep, wrist, tricep, kick it back. Step to the outside of your left hand. Inhale, crescent pose. On your exhale, open up front to back in your high crescent twist. Squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, bring the hand to the mat and stack wrist over wrist, low crescent twist. Hand comes to the mat. Inhale as you bring your left leg back up into 3-legged dog and tuck your knee behind right knee pit 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Lift 1 last time. Chaturanga, 3 legs, keeping that left leg hovered. If you choose, meet in downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift, forward fold, mountain pose. Hands come to the heart center. I'll take my right hand and find the top of my right foot. Bring the knees together and setting up for dancer pose. Allow your left arm to come up where your bicep is right next to your ear. Slowly bring yourself into dancer as you lower your chest toward the earth, reaching your arm long, pressing the top of your foot into your right hand. Return back to center. Release the right leg, but don't let it drop. In fact, hover it out to the side, bringing your hands to prayer, extending the leg, flexing toe, and squeezing every muscle in your right leg. Release. We'll do all that on side B. Left hand, top of the left foot, knees draw together, hip points tilt forward, ear next to the bicep on the right, reaching long and finding dancer. Nice big breaths here. Return to center. Begin to release the left leg without touching. Extend it out to the side and engage every muscle in your left leg. Hands at heart center. And release. We're coming into a wide stance here. Inhale, reaching up, gaze up. Bring the arms out into a V. Lift your chest, open your neck. Breathe in, palms press, exhale, bend off to the side. Square up your torso, same side, and draw your hands to the mat. Chest comes to the knee. Breathe in, lift halfway, and all the way to center. Exhale, laterally bend. Square your chest up to the earth, halfway down. All the way down, connect with your hands to the earth, chest to thigh. Inhale, halfway up, palms press overhead. Find goddess pose here. Knees are tracking to the pinky toes. Exhale as you draw your elbow to the top of your thigh, alternating sides. Inhale as you lift center. Exhale as you tilt. Do this a couple more times. I'm keeping my goddess pose as I squat down and up. Each time I come up to the top, tilting my pelvis forward, squeezing my glutes. Holding here. Interlacing the hands above the head and bowing forward, rounding into a cat-cow in goddess legs. Round in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and round. Inhale, palms up, gaze up. Release the hands. Bring them to the earth and straighten your legs into a straddle bend here. You can thread your arms all the way through, dangling your head. bringing yourself up and coming to the front of your mat, coming into a lizard pose. You're on the ball of the back foot. Coming to center and opening up floor to ceiling here, reaching in a half bind behind your back for a really great shoulder opener. Breathe in, reach up, and walk your hands to the other side of your mat, coming into lizard on side B. Coming back to center in your straddle bend and opening up on side B. Taking that half bind if that feels good. Rotating your shoulder blade back behind you. Breathe in, open up floor to ceiling. Hand returns to the earth. Walk up to the top of your mat. Bring yourself into plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And press back into child's. Take a moment here to check in. Scan your body. Coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Flatten your back foot and open up floor to ceiling into side angle pose here. Tuck your hand behind your low back for a half bind. Find even a full bind, connecting your hands. From here, you can stay right here, or you can find bird of paradise. Taking these balance challenge poses can be somewhat difficult, but also very exhilarating. Return back to the mat, open up floor to ceiling in your side angle pose. Reaching your hand forward, turning your torso down and then reaching back, watching your hand as you move from front to back. Inhale up. Bring yourself up into Warrior Two. Wrists are in line. Cartwheel down to the mat. Step back and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step it to the outside of your left hand. Flatten your back foot and open up into side angle. Tuck your hand and come into a half bind, finding your opposite hip crease. Full bind, tucking underneath your hamstring. For those of you who practice bird of paradise, this is your opportunity. Find your drishti, your gazing point. Return to the mat. Open up floor to ceiling, side angle. Reaching forward, gazing forward, up, and gazing back, watching your hand. As you find a little mobility in your shoulder and just a little bit different stretch here. Open up floor to ceiling and use your lats and obliques to lift yourself into Warrior Two. Cartwheel your hands to the mat and flow. Tuck your toes, Lift your tailbone, downward facing dog. Come forward into high plank. Shift forward and slowly we'll lower down. Find yourself on your belly on your mat. We're going to bring our toes together and reach our hands back, preparing for our bow pose. Lift chest, quads, press tops of the feet in your hands, and only belly button touching the earth. Release. Arms come out to a T. You're going to shift your weight, put a kickstand in front of your chest, and stack your hips. Take your top leg and step your foot behind the knee pit of the leg on the floor. Knee to the sky, or feel free to extend it out away from your body for a little more of a stretch. Gentle shoulder opener here. Come back with your belly to the earth, and we'll take that pose on side B. If you have a rotator cuff issue, it's important that your arm, instead of extended behind you, it's extended straight overhead. Allow a breath in and exhale as you come down to the mat. Press up away from the mat. We're in tabletop here. We're going to extend our right leg long, keep it long, ground the ball of the foot into the earth as far to the left side of the mat. Reach and open up. Bring your hand down to the mat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hand to the mat, and I'm gazing back at my big toe. Exhale down. Return to tabletop, and we'll do that with the left leg extended to the far right side of the mat. Gaze at your big toe. Inhale, open up, gaze at your hand. Exhale down, gaze at your toe. Breathing up. Exhale down. Last time, open up. Exhale down. Release and come to tabletop. We're bringing ourselves onto our backs, preparing for a bridge pose here. Bring your heels tight into your glutes. Lift your hip points to the sky. Squeeze your glutes, interlace your hands underneath, and use your shoulders for support. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Preparing here for shoulder stand, supporting yourself at your hips, stacking elbows below wrists and ankles above hips. Take any variation you'd like here, either dragonfly legs. I am taking Baddha Konasana legs with the soles of my feet together, knees out nice and wide. Return back to shoulder stand. Bend the knees in and roll yourself slowly down toward your mat. Bring your arms out to a T. You're lifting your right leg only up. Cross your midline and reach your leg toward the left side of your mat. Gaze the opposite direction of your knee. For those of you who want additional modification here and intensity, extend and lengthen your leg long. Grab your big toe with your peace fingers. Release. Preparing for side B, left leg lifts, bend your knee, and take it over as you gaze the opposite direction of your knee. Again, on this side, you can take your peace fingers, find your big toe, and extend your leg directly out from your hip. Release and bring yourself back to center. From here, recline back. Separate your feet the width of the mat. And just lie here and breathe. Close your eyes. Reflect on your class. One final scan of your body. Draw your knees in towards your chest and bring yourself up into a seated. Extend your left leg long and draw your right heel 6 inches from your groin. Slowly fold into that left leg, bringing your nose to knee, chest to thigh. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Bring your chest to your right foot. Walk your hands just above the right knee and drop your chest down. Return back to center and switch. It's important you try to keep that heel 6 inches from your groin. You get a little bit more of a stretch in through your hip. Bring chest to thigh. Walking the hands to center, bringing your chest to your left foot. And walking them over above your knee, chest to knee. Coming back to center, draw your thumb knuckles to your heart. Take one final breath in together. Draw your thumb knuckles to your third eye. Exhale as you bow forward. Namaste. The divine light in me honors and respects the divine light in you.